Creating a Research Data Management Plan, or RDMP, helps you think proactively about your project and the data that will be produced, including how it will be collected, organised, managed, stored, preserved, shared, and possibly published after you've completed your research project. Western Sydney University's Research Data Management Policy states that researchers and research students must complete a Research Data Management Plan prior to starting research at the university. This form should take about 10 to 30 minutes to complete. To submit a Research Data Management Plan, navigate to Research Direct from the library website and select Data Management Plan from the menu. This will open the Data Management dashboard. On this page, you can see that your data will pass through 3 steps during your project. First, you will create a data management plan. At the completion of your project, you'll return to your plan and record the final archived location of your dataset. If possible, you can then publish the dataset so that it is discoverable on the Research Data Australia portal for future researchers to view and use. On completion, you will have an RDMP that complies with the Research Data Management Policy and aligns with funder recommendations and sector best practice. Access to the RDMP you create is perpetual and it should be updated throughout the life cycle of the research project. Each time changes are made to the original plan, a version-controlled PDF is produced so that changes can be tracked. Aim to complete as much information as possible at the commencement of the project, but there will be some questions that are not relevant for your project or that prompt you to investigate further. The Research Data Management Plan records all the how, why, when, what and where of the data collection for your research project. All the mandatory fields denoted with an asterisk must be completed before the form can be saved. The PDF of your plan will not generate until all mandatory fields are completed. On the first screen, record the project name, any assigned project ID and the description. Record the predicted start and end dates for the project and any funding sources or grant IDs. Click the Next button to move on, or you can navigate through the pages on the left-hand side menu. In the Principal Investigator field, begin typing your name and a drop-down list will display. Select your name from this list. If your name does not show in this list, please contact the Library Research Services team to be added. To contact the library, return to the introduction page of the plan and use the link provided in the Where Do I Ask for Assistance section. Or you can use the form titled Support for Research Data Management Planning in the Western Now portal. Your name, email and ORCID will populate here as the data creator of this record. Record your school or institute name. You're also able to record any WSU or external collaborators, as well as your PhD supervisor if applicable. This page provides a space to record the types of data that will be collected and how it will be stored. Consider if there is any particular software that will be used to collect the data. If you are using data from another source, record any special conditions or copyright information here. Next, record the expected size of the dataset and the proposed storage location of the data. This is a good opportunity to consider how secure your storage is and to develop a schedule for backing it up. If there is any non-digital data, record this in the physical data field. On the next page, record the retention period for your data in line with any funding body or legislative requirements. Then, record your intentions to either retain or destroy the research data after this time. The minimum retention period is 5 years, although Western Sydney University policy supports the retention of described and published datasets well beyond 5 years. The next screen records the ethics approval number, if applicable, and privacy conditions or sensitivities related to eventually sharing your data. You may be completing the Research Data Management Plan before your ethics application is approved. In this case, simply leave the field blank and return to fill it in later. This page identifies who will own the copyright and intellectual property of the research. Record if the university is the owner, a joint owner, or if these rights will remain with yourself as the HDR student. Identify all the copyright and intellectual property owners related to the data that you'll be collecting for your research project. Finally, submit the plan by clicking Save and Close. Your plan will now be visible when you select View and Update RDMP from the Researcher Dashboard page. You can save your plan as a PDF and attach it to your ethics application now.